Hi everyone, my name is Bethany and welcome to my kitchen science show. Today we will be doing an experiment called an egg drop. The purpose of this experiment is to drop an egg from a certain height and see whether or not the egg survives the fall or the drop. And there are many different ways you can play with this idea, which I will get into later. For our egg drop experiment today, I'm going to make 2 egg creations. For the first one, I'm going to use a square of plastic. I just cut a garbage bag into a square of plastic so it looks kind of like this. 4 pieces of string. I cut them about 12 inches, a foot in length. I'm going to use a plastic cup like this. I go to bubble tea. I like bubble tea, so I use my plastic cup from that. And of course, we are going to need an egg. I'm also going to use a paper towel when I put my egg in the cup, just in case the egg doesn't survive the fall. I don't want to have to clean it up. So egg inside the paper towel inside the cup. And then we are going to tie 1 piece of string around the corner of one of the plastic edges. So like this. And then you're going to do that to all 4 sides. And then you're going to tape the end of the string onto the cup like this. And you can do that to all 4 pieces of string. You're going to end up with something that looks kind of like this for our first egg drop creation. The second one is we're going to use a box like this. I'm in a quarantine right now, so I'm ordering a lot of stuff online. So I've got an Amazon box here, and inside is just a lot of air bubble pockets. So we're going to put our egg in there. But again, in case the egg breaks, I'm going to put our egg inside of this bubbly pouch thing, so that if the egg breaks, it's not going to be all over the box. So there's my egg in the bag, and that's going to go inside the box here. And when we're done with that, I'm just going to fold up the box. Alright, so that's the second one. The box. And the first one, again, looks like this. Now that we've got these 2 creations, think about why they may or may not protect the egg during the drop. Do they remind you of anything in real life? For me, this first one kind of reminds me of a parachute. For the second creation, I don't know, I can't think of a real world application, but maybe you can. That's where the fun comes in. You can come up with your own ideas. So, my predictions for this experiment are that I think this parachute one is going to work better because I think the parachute will help soften the fall of the egg. But I hope both work out. What do you think? What are your predictions for this experiment? And why do you think that? Again, if you're doing this at home or as a class, feel free to use these 2 printable egg drop recording sheets. You might see them on your screen here. Compliments of buggyandbuddy.com. This can be a fun way to make predictions about your own and your classmates' designs. Now for the real fun, let's take them upstairs for testing the drop. You could do yours outside. Wherever you choose to do yours, just make sure you do it from a safe location, and if you need to, ask an adult for help. I could do mine outside, but it's kind of cold out, and so I'm just staying indoors. As I said before, I'm going to stand on top of my stairs and do the egg drop from up here. But before I do that, I'm going to use my measuring tape and measure how high that drop will be. So I'm going to do a measuring tape all the way down to the next level here. And if we hold that about shoulder height, it's going to be about 13 feet. So we're dropping about 13 feet today. Okay, the first one we're going to drop, let's drop the box first. So 1, 2, 3, go. That sounded like it hit really hard. Alright, and our second one is our little mini parachute thing. Alright, we're going to hold it up. And 3, 2, 1, go. Let's check out the second one, the parachute, and see what happens to our egg during this drop. Oh, I feel a bit of wetness. Our egg has cracked, but not totally broken open, so it might still be usable for cooking. for baking. All right, we're gonna check out the second one, the box. This one sounded like it hit really hard. I thought the parachute was gonna do better this time. Okay, here's our egg. Oh, no crack. The box has survived the fall better. If you were doing this in your own classroom or at home, how would you modify this experiment, or how could you modify this experiment? Maybe you could make multiples of one egg creation, but change the height. So you could do like a parachute egg drop from 2 feet, 5 feet, and 10 feet and see how that makes a difference. Or maybe you could try adding eggs, so dropping 2 eggs at a time. Putting 2 eggs in here, putting 2 eggs in a box or your own creation, and seeing what happens during your experiment. Or perhaps you could record how long each creation takes to reach the ground, so timing it for a number of seconds. There are so many ways you can modify this experiment and so many different ways to make science fun. Now, if you're doing those worksheets I mentioned earlier, be sure to go back after your experiment or during and record what happened to each egg creation during the drop. Last but not least, don't forget to have fun when you do this yourself. See you next time. Thanks for watching My Kitchen Science Show, and please subscribe so you don't miss any more fun experiments right here on My Kitchen Science Show.